Hello and welcome to InkGenius creative writing class. This video is on tenses. So you think you know your tenses, right? You think you're great at this. But believe it or not, most of us do struggle with tenses and we don't even realize it. In this video, I will help you get over that, and I will show you the difference between the tenses and what you should and what you shouldn't do. So here's our first tense. Our first tense is past tense. So this is back, things that have already happened, things that were in the past. So here's an example of something that's written in the past tense. He was walking along the silent corridor, his footsteps like feathers. His gaze flickered around and he kept his hands clasped firmly together, resisting the temptation to reach out to the abstract paintings upon the walls. So past tenses was, had, were, languages such as this. When using the past tense, just remember that it isn't happening now. So please avoid things like I was now, because it's not happening now. It's a contradiction to say I was now. Next tense is present tense. So that's what's happening now. So I'm filming a video now, or you're watching a video now, or you may even be writing now. I'm gonna read now. So here is my present tense paragraph. Lately, I've been sad. The sky always seems dark these days, and when walking down the rain-drenched streets, I feel a somber melody playing along my heartstrings. I am more tired these days too. I would love a hug now, but I'm all alone. So, present tense is I am, or I have. So I have been, or I am. So always remember that present tense is happening now, and try not to mix up with past and present. So don't say I wish I have this, because it doesn't really make sense. So you're doing it right now. The last tense is future. So things that are going to happen. Like I'm going to read my paragraph to you. And here's my future paragraph. She will be great. She will be an amazing person in the future. She's going to be the biggest deal. Everyone will speak of her and everyone will know her name. She will be number one. So future is will be, or I will. It's mostly used when promising something in speech. So saying, oh, I will go to the shops, or I will do this for you, or I will help you. And I've never seen anything that's written solely in future, and maybe future is not one that you need to worry about as much. So now you know the tenses. You probably think, okay, I already know the tenses. This is what they teach in primary school or even nursery. Like I already know this stuff. But what you don't know is that you're mixing them up constantly. So I'll read out to you now a paragraph that has mixed up tenses, and you'll probably notice things that you didn't notice before. I was now going to the restaurant with her. I had lately been earning more money, so I can take her out more often. She truly had a special place in my heart. A lot of the time we don't mix up our tenses on purpose, and we don't think it's right. And if we reread our work, we would know what we were doing. And that's where the problem is. We're not rereading our work. If you are writing longer pieces, then leave it for a bit and come back with a fresh pair of eyes and revisit your work and just go over all of your corrections. Or if it's shorter, then you can do it then and there. I've been advised once that you can read it backwards, but it doesn't really help for the making sense part. It's really for just finding spelling mistakes and spelling errors. So reading through your work really helps to just fine-tune everything. So if I had reread my last paragraph, then maybe I would have seen that I was now doesn't quite make sense. Or if I said something like, I wished I have a pen, then if I reread my work, and even if you read it aloud too, really, because your brain tends to not see things because you're reading it in your head, so your brain already knows what's there. But if you read it aloud, then you start to stumble because it doesn't make sense. So reading your work aloud really helps too. So if I had read it aloud, then I would have seen that, oh, that doesn't quite make sense, or I would have stumbled over it myself. So all in all, just make sure to not mix these up. The ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future, they're all three different ghosts, and none of them are remotely the same. So make sure not to mix tenses up, and read through your work to be absolutely certain that you haven't mixed them up. Thank you for watching. Bye.